Hey, Tony Gaskins popping in. A little quick Car Chronicles. Now I got a coach in about 15 minutes, so I don't have long today. I may do a part 2 on this if I'm able, but I doubt it. And forgive me, I'm looking a little rough. My barber, caught the situation, and so he's been in quarantine last few weeks. But I was thinking about this, and I have always said men are visual creatures. And of course, I didn't make that up. A lot of people have said that men are visual creatures. But as I was sitting with the Lord today, thinking about the question, why are men visual creatures? My spirit was led me to realize that it's not that men are visual creatures. Men aren't actually visual creatures any more than women. But what it shows is that men are easily programmed. Men are programmatic. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to use that today. And men can also be problematic, but that's because of we're programmatic. Now, when you think about this, what I mean is, and I've experienced this in my life, I have been around women that I would not be attracted to. But after they show their personality and a caring heart and serving and speaking love languages that I didn't even know were love languages, you start to see a person differently. And if you notice it, the same thing happened with women. So, but when we think about it, we don't realize that our beauty standards are created by the media. Because you can go in certain parts of the world where a woman who has more weight on her body would be seen as more beautiful. There were times in America where the curvier woman was in the magazines and being praised, where it was good, it was natural and normal for a woman to grow her hair out over her body, in her private area, under her arms, her legs. And then guess what? Shaving became a thing. Then after shaving, then you have waxing became a thing. And then it went from everybody wanted, the woman to have a little something down there to being waxed. And it's all society. There was a time where thin lips were a thing for Caucasian women, and nobody said anything about it. And now so many women of all races who have thin lips are going to get lip injections. And now there's this look of beauty that comes from Hollywood. And it's really like, the Hollywood socialites that have crafted this, because they are the actresses, they are the influencers, they are the socialites, they are the reality stars. And so being that they have millions and millions of followers, they have what we call influence, so that they are able to influence the trends and set the trends. One of the craziest things to me was like Kanye West. And I said, why do you become rich to dress poor, to look poor? When he started wearing all of these clothes with holes in it. And it looked literally like the outfit that a homeless person has on, because they haven't been able to change clothes in months. And they wear the same thing that they lost their home in. And then now Hollywood, the industry, goes and makes clothes with holes in it a fashion statement. The shoes that a lot of people wear, my wife has them, I have them, a lot of people have them, they call Golden Goose. My mentee, Caleb, just got him a pair. They are shoes that are already beat up. They're already scuffed up. Some of them even have duct tape on it. Have made that a thing. And when I first saw it, I was like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. I will never own a pair of them shoes. But it became a fashion thing, a fashion statement. Fashion bloggers started wearing them. My wife got her a pair. She got into them. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Same thing with men in tight pants. This is the dumbest thing ever. This don't make any sense. But guess what? We conform to the media to society, because it then becomes your only option. I go to buy pants, everything form-fitting. Shorts, pants, it's like, well, I guess I got to wear these form-fitting things. If I want some good quality, something that ain't gonna fade the first time I wash it, something that ain't gonna shrink the first time I dry it, you know, I got to spend a little more, and this is what it is. And so what I want you to understand is, it's not that men are visual creatures. It's not that men are visual creatures. It shows you that men are easily programmed. So if the movies and the media says this is the look that is sexy, that's what men buy into. That's what men buy into. But if a man gets to know a woman and she doesn't fit inside of what society is promoting, and she has an amazing heart and a good spirit, and she doesn't, hold on, bro. Come on now, bro. You're going to have to calm down now. With this here weed whacker now. Come on, you see cars coming by. A man hit my car with a weed whacker. A weed wasn't paying attention and swung into the road, hit my car. Ever since then, I've been looking at these men like they crazy. Come on, bro. My man just was weed whacking and chipped my dad's car I bought him. The city had to give my daddy a $3,200 check, because that's what the quote was, to get that paint chip. It was a little small paint chip. Get that paint chip fixed. So y'all keep that in mind. So you passing by a city work and a rock pop out and hit your car, stop right on over there and get they boss name and call and get you a check. And so now this show you that men are easily programmed. And that's why I try to help women understand that you don't have to deal with cheating. You don't have to deal with abuse. You don't have to deal with a man being condescending and disrespectful, because men are easily programmed. That's why the army exists. When you think about the army, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. When you think about this thing, it makes absolutely no sense that you finna go and risk your life and go fight for a country, especially for minorities and people come from marginalized communities. You finna go risk your life for a country that you couldn't even go in a restaurant or certain bathrooms to eat. A country that you still seen as less than. I went to buy a car for my security guard the other day. The man told me I had to show him my bank account. He said, I need to see your bank account. And then so you'll say, well, Tony, I would have took my money somewhere else. Every one of them do that. All of them say, I need to see your bank account. Now, I haven't seen them do it to a white man, because I ain't seen a white man do a transaction, so I don't know. But I'm like, sir, it's a debit card. I can't swipe this debit card. You see it say Bank of America. You see my picture on the card. That's the security measures right there. I'm saying, sir, it's a debit card. I cannot swipe a debit card to purchase something if the money is not in there. It's a debit card, not a credit card, sir. That's just our protocol. We need to look at your bank account. I said, all right. And that happened at multiple dealerships when I'm buying cars for my wife or a family member. This was my security guard. But I say that to say, you know, these men who marginalized, come from nothing like myself, go fight in the army. Go get in the army and go serve in a war for a country that don't even love them. That really show you the mindset of men. Men are malleable. Men are able to be influenced. Men are able to be led. Men are able, and it's so many women laying on their back, getting dogged out, getting cheated on, getting mistreated, thinking that they got the underhand, thinking that the man got the upper hand, and that the man got all the say so, and the man got all the control, and the man got all of this and that. When really, that's why me and my wife read the book. You ain't read the book. You still on here watching videos. You watching video. If you watching these videos and you have not read A Woman's Influence, that's why your life ain't changing. The life never gonna change, because you ain't getting the real knowledge. Stop what you doing. after this video, go to Amazon.com and get A Woman's Influence. Read that book now. Read the book. My wife, she wrote her part in there too. It's gonna open your mind. And what you gonna see in there now, what you gonna see in there, you're gonna realize men are able to be influenced. If you know what you want and you know who you are and you refuse to settle for less, that man gonna change to be with you. He's going to grow to be with you. But if you allow him to curse you out, if you allow him to cheat on you, if you allow him to beat on you, if you allow him to manipulate you, control you, deceive you, and you know you taking a stupid pill, you know you playing, you serving down, you know you playing yourself down, you know you ignoring your intuition, you know you ignoring your righteous mind, he gonna take you for everything you worth. He gonna take you for everything you worth. You hear me? Listen to what I'm telling you now. And another thing I want to say to the young lady, I'm getting in my trunk right now. Somebody, a young lady, came and said, Miss Gaskins, I don't want nothing. None of that. I want to send you some vintage Louis Vuitton that I have. I say, look at God. I say, that's a blessing. She said, I know you don't need it financially. I know you're not in need, but I just love your family. I love you, what you represent, you know, and I want to send you this. So I got this here box from this lady for my wife that she mailed to us. Some vintage Louis Vuitton. I say, look at God. Look at God. That's another little lesson. Serve from your heart. You be a good example. God will touch people's heart to pour out into your bosom. So to the young lady that sent this here, may God bless you tenfold. May it all come back to you tenfold. Be blessed. Hey, y'all, I got to go. We'll talk soon.